Heading back to school is tough for a lot of kids, but amplified more if they're living with an intellectual disability.
Yes, that's where Special Olympics Nevada steps up, and local president and CEO Terrence Thornton is here to share how they are helping. Good morning.
Good morning.
Terrence, thank you for joining us. Now, tell us just a little bit about what Special Olympics Nevada does and the impact they're having on our community.
Yes, so Special Olympics Nevada creates inclusive programs for people with intellectual disabilities. Our 4 core areas are education, sports, leadership development, and health.
Yeah, what are some of the challenges and barriers that young adults with intellectual disabilities face in the classroom and day-to-day in life at school, and what kind of programs and assistance does Special Olympics Nevada provide to them?
Yes, so sometimes people with intellectual disabilities feel isolated. So through our Unified Champion Schools program, it's an opportunity for them to engage with their peers without disabilities. And we encourage them to participate in activities together. So that can be leadership training, that can be through sports, or just activities that are generally happening on their school campus.
Mm-hmm. You know, as president and CEO, you have probably seen the impact this organization has had. Can you speak a little to that?
Yes, so when we talk to some of the administrators, they tell us it's cut down on bullying because students without disabilities understand the abilities that their peers that have a disability have. And so it's helped to just bring more of a spirit of inclusion on their campus.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that there's a misconception, you know, sometimes rightly so, that Special Olympics is just an event that happens, but this is more about support, inclusivity, something that happens year-round and empowers people, which is another reason why we here at Channel 13 are really proud to be partnering with you to putting on one of your Unified Sports Days, which encompasses a lot of those kind of aspects that you guys do on a day-to-day basis. Could you expand on where it's happening and what kind of things, you know, transpire during one of these Unified School Days?
Absolutely. So we have an event coming up at Harmon Elementary. They have utilized our program for over 5 years, so they've kind of become an expert in this area. So it's exciting to work with them. I know they're going to have some fitness training and they have some sports training happening on their campus that day.
Awesome.
Well, we are talking sports, so we know that there might be a certain local sports team that might be there. Can you share a little bit about who's partnered with you guys?
Yes, so the Las Vegas Aces are going to be joining us on that day as well, so we're really excited about that. With the spirit of inclusion, obviously having a professional sports team that encourages those that are engaged in our program to feel like they are on that level, and so we encourage all those opportunities where we can have that kind of inclusion.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, a lot of emphasis placed on support, on education, not just for some of the children with intellectual disabilities within the program, but outside people as well, whether it be classroom teachers, other students. Do you see that growth of the work that you guys have done on a year-to-year basis finally taking fruition? The inclusivity and acceptance and understanding of some people, how, you know, that everyone should be included in these kind of programs and day-to-day schooling life and employment and future things after school as well?
We do, yes. We often have employers reach out to us and ask us for expertise if they're hiring for people with intellectual disabilities, things that they should consider. Through our leadership program, we've actually even had some of those athletes or program participants even talk to some of their board members to make sure that they are including those things for people with intellectual disabilities at their property.
That's cool. Very
yes.
cool.
For viewers watching who are saying, you know, I really want to get involved into what this organization is doing, what are some ways they can go about that?
Absolutely. So we do have different signature events that we have throughout the year. So if you go to sonv.org, you can get more information on that. We can always use volunteers, so they can sign up there as well. And for parents that have children at different schools, if you're not sure if our program's at your school, you can talk to the principal, and if it's not there, you can definitely let them know you want it to be on the campus, or reach out to us directly and say, we'd like to have your program at our school.
Well, hopefully lots of people will sign up and join the program. Thank you so much for coming in today.
All right, thank you.
The Channel 13 is teaming up with Special Olympics Nevada and our friends at the Las Vegas Aces to put on a Unified Sports Day at Harley A. Harmon Elementary School.
To see how you can support the organization, benefit from their programs, or volunteer with them, go to sonv.org.